Welcome back, everybody, to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's the Niners in possession of the football as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Cardinals 10.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
56. Mike, 56.
From the gun, Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy. And
the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 1st down, Drake. Now Drake loses the football.
Kenyon Drake, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and short now following the fumble.
Let's go. 56. Mike,
Murray to give. This is Drake. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
On first down, Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
56 and Mike, boy, 56.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second and goal, here's the option. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And his kick is right through. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get, that first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Got the connection here to Bourne. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Buda Baker there on the coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo on 1st down. Coleman has it here right side. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Kendrick Moore. Brings up fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll kick things off up at FedEx Field, an NFC battle between Carolina and Washington. And it's the home team who are out in front. Dwayne Haskins. 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady at it again. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
5-yard gain on the play.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
– 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is born. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Score Cardinals 24, 49ers 16.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes in and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
56 to Mike. 56 is Mike. On QB top. On QB top.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy, because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now Drake. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's across
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. An extra DB for the 49ers now.
Merry Christmas, emoji wrap gift, emoji Christmas tree. Happy holidays. Hope everything is going well for you and your family.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Airing this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A huge gain of 40 yards on the third down conversion.
For a quarterback, there's two sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
the ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
No problem. Unfortunately, need to get a new PlayStation 4 controller. Just found out that my controller is busted. No longer working.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The D-pad has a mind of its own.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Yeah.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Evidence work. But the D-pad no longer wants to function correctly. Yesterday I had some cake and chocolate candy, emoji chocolate bar.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
What do you think is wrong with the D-pad, emoji thinking face? Nice.
Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First down. Drake. He'll get about 6 there.
And no longer functions correctly. When you high drive in the D-pad, it skips.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Right back to Drake. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks.
What is your favorite song? Emoji headphone, emoji musical score, emoji musical note. The buttons work, but the D-pad right button doesn't work at all.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly
I don't
figured
think
that
I
one
hated
out
that right song.
and made a really nice play.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Check.
Now Murray off play action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Same, I like a lot of music, but sometimes it is hard to pick a favorite. But I do like listening to music.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. They give it off here to the tight end. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that was four-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was four-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Right there. 54. Set the tone, defense.
They'll try and pound it in with Dre. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Kyler Murray is so small. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji happy tears. Emoji cold sweat.
This is third and goal.
54 mark. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Are you got deep?
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
Cardinals 27.
Roll.
49ers 16.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pettis now on the return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 29.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10, just shy of the 30.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, It's Coleman, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what
Vikings
they
or
have
Saints.
planned
Who
for
do you have
2nd
winning?
and 23.
MOG American football. Personally, I have the Saints. MOG for the lead.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Garoppolo's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run with Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Now a handoff for Drake. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right there, 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. 56 is Mike, boys. 56.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Do you like Chinese food, Mexican food, Indian food? What do you like? Emoji cuddle food, emoji burrito, emoji cooked rice.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down, Drake, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Shotgun now for Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. 16 yards, a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. On the give, this is Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Delayed game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. Caught left side, Williams. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver,
and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
The sideless one. What did you eat for dinner last night?
Mike 56, Mike 56. Right. Let's go, B, let's go. Let's get there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Madden NFL 21.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
56, Mike 56, right there, 56.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake, and he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Didn't he really have dinner? Had about 3 hot dogs and some chips and soda.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Garoppolo. He'll drop this down to Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mark's 56. Mark's 56. It's our field.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now on first down, Drake again. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 21 yards, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Arizona, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.